Hey guys, it's Dr. Tom with EBM Fitness Solutions, and in this video we're going to talk about core stabilization and what in the world does that mean, what is its purpose. The idea here is that your abs' primary job in the body is to stabilize your lumbar spine, the low back. So this is really important actually for everybody, but especially if you've been dealing with any kind of low back pain, more chronic low back pain, acute back pain might benefit from this, but when you have an acute sort of flare-up or a problem, management might be different initially, and you might transition to something more like this. But the idea here is you have to learn how to use the hips to set and locate a good neutral spine position, and then use the abdominal muscles to brace that position. So the videos that are going to follow, there's 3 of them. They're all done laying on the ground, and what they do is they talk about setting your back position first, and then adding in some kind of movement after you've braced the abdominals. Leg movement and 2 arm movements, with the idea that the movement of the limbs is meant to challenge your ability to stabilize here and control this. So focus on being very deliberate with the exercises. They're simple, but they're not easy. So if you get in position and you kind of move your legs and flail your arms around, you'll get really no benefit out of it. Focus on making the movement hard by paying attention to what you feel, right? Keep the abs tight and let that be your focus. As you move the legs or the arms, those are secondary to your ability to brace and hold this position in tight. Focus on that. Everything else comes after that. I also recommend shorter sets, right? So think of it like instead of doing 3 sets of 10, you might do 10 sets of 3. Very brief, but more frequent. It's a beneficial way to get the most out of this, right? The idea is to manage fatigue and preserve technique. So really focus on setting this very deliberate, then stop, reset it, and then do another few reps, and stop and reset it and do another few reps. You really get more out of it that way if you break it up into smaller sets versus just marching for 2 minutes when after the first 15 seconds you slowly shift it out of the position, and now you're really just doing stuff. You're not getting benefit, you're just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. So check out the next 3 videos. Press your low back flat to the floor, let it arch away slightly, and then brace the abs. This will be your main focus throughout the entire movement. Slowly alternate marching back and forth. As you march, pay close attention to not allow the low back to move or the hips to rock side to side. Your main focus on this movement should be bracing the abs, with the leg motion being secondary to that. Press your low back flat to the floor, let it arch away slightly, and then brace the abdominals. You're going to move both arms overhead in a smooth, controlled manner. Moving the arms overhead naturally wants to pull the back into an arched position. Keep the back pressed to the floor with the abs tight, and do not let the back come away from the floor, even if this means you do not reach the floor when your arms go overhead. Press your low back to the floor, let it arch away slightly, brace the abs, bring the hands together over the chest, and alternate moving the arms out to the side. This adds in a rotational component as the body wants to roll towards the arm moving out to the side. Brace hard and do not let the hips or the body rock as it chases the arm moving out to the side.